Hey everyone, my name is Dave from CX Experts, and today I want to thank you for joining me, giving me some of your time. I really want to take you through AI agents within Zendesk, show you how they can help your industry. And today we're going to be focusing on the lovely world of e-commerce, selling things online. The support for selling things online doesn't have to be difficult. People only really want to do three things, and that's return something, find out where the order is, or ask a question about a promotion or a competition that you are running. So Zendesk's AI agent really differentiates itself in four main ways. Number one, it is resolution oriented, which means that you are only charged for the resolution as handled by the AI agent, which means that it scales with you. In your busy period, it gets busy and it gets takes a lot of work away from your agents. In the quiet periods, you obviously are charged less because it's resolving less and it scales and sees you through the peaks and the troughs. There is features of agency and control, so you are able to very much determine how much your control your AI agent will have and how much it can do by itself. There is a balance that needs to be found between the two, and Zendesk's AI agents really lets you do that quite easily. Onto my third point, then, why AI agents is really great in Zendesk is that it's easy to deploy. It's got a great UI, which I will show you, and you can scale rapidly and add use cases to keep on developing your strategy of deflection using Zendesk's AI agent. And the fourth point is that it directly integrates with Zendesk. So a lot of companies have a separate bot provider, and integration challenges become a thing. But what I'm going to show you today integrates directly with Zendesk, the best customer relationship management platform in the world for all inbound queries. So what I want to show you first is the end user experience of what the user is going to see. So this is a Zendesk help center. Your chat can live here on the bottom right. This can live on any website that you have or in your app, as well as applicable to any other messaging channels like WhatsApp here in South Africa, Facebook DMs, Instagram DMs. The same bot can be put on all of these. So let's engage with our bot. So this is a company called Lemon Electrics, and the bot's name is Lembot. Now we can ask Lembot a question about the returns policy, at which point it is going to reply generatively to you to show you what the returns policy is. There's no need for a custom use case. There's no APIs, no lookups here. It's simply taking all the knowledge you have given it, whether it's on your help center or a external knowledge source like a URL that it scrapes or a CSV file, and it's going to give me an answer with links to where it found the answer. Now, a lot of the times when it comes to competitions, promos, information about the company, this is a great way to deflect and prevent your agents from having to answer the same question over and over and over again. So the next biggest question that we do get, which we need to answer in a slightly more detailed way when it comes to e-commerce, number one question that people ask, especially in busy periods like Black Friday or Christmas, festive period, is Wismo, or we explain that as where is my order. So I'm going to say, where is my order? And a generative answer here would not be applicable. We need to know specific information from the customer so that we can give them information based on their profile. So I'm going to give it a specific order number that I have got in my backend that I'm integrating with, and we'll see that the information is going to be returned as processing. So you can put any information you have that lives in your backend, whether it's a ETA or any other data points that you have that you want to include in this reply. I can give status order of currently processing. Now, if the human or if the customer or client wants to speak to a human, no problem. You would have seen that at the end of this response, you'd be able to rate your experience. But in this case, I'm going to say I am angry and want to speak to a human. Well, what it's going to do now is obviously not reply generatively. That would be a slap in the face. It's going to recognize you want to talk to a human, and it's going to confirm some information before I do. So I'll say my name is Temba. And again, this is all completely customizable. What is your email address? cxexpert@gmail.com. There's no D in cxexpert employee. And again, you can gather whatever you want here. But for my purposes, I'm gathering name. And then I'm also gathering, I'll gather a phone number. It's going to ask me first if I'll give it a phone number, and I'll give it a phone number. I'll type in a random number. And it's okay, please share it now. Fantastic. Obviously, we are able to plan and prod in here and say, if you didn't give me a valid email address or a valid phone number, we can ask you rejects functionality. And then what you'll see, and maybe I've heard in the background, is that a chat has now come through to Zendesk. So this is the end user experience. We can obviously transfer this conversation onto WhatsApp if we're on the go, or continue in Facebook Messenger quite easily using Zendesk's omni-channel offering. And that's what I want to get into now, is what does this chat actually look like from an agent's perspective. I'm going to show you this because your agents are as important as your customers. They are the ones serving at the end of the day who are doing the hard work. In this case, it has come through to a human. Unfortunately, it hasn't been deflected, even though I've given a generative answer, as well as looked up this order status for this client. So here is this customer, and I can now continue to chat with Temba, and I can move this conversation to email. I can give him a call. I can chat to him in a format that he would like. Obviously, Zendesk is doing a whole bunch of other AI here in the background, like detecting sentiment and intent. So I'm saying, hi, Temba. Hello, Temba. And what we'll see is that this will come back to the end user with my name, a nice little picture of me, and the message. So let's say now I have solved the ticket. So I'm going to solve it. I'm going to solve it, and what we'll see is that with the messaging functionality in Zendesk, immediately, just as an added bonus, we get a notification to rate this request. So that's what an agent sees, that's what an end user sees. Very importantly, and to understand, is that your bots, as I mentioned earlier, agency and control are very important. We have the ability to very easily give the bot an agentic profile to tell it how it reacts in certain situations. So we give it a name, a company name. We define the business profile, which every single generative response, as well as the general persona of the bot, will get filtered through. We're able to give it a custom tone of voice as well, or we can just choose enthusiastic, informal, and professional. Let's take a dive into that specific use case of where is my order. So these are all your use cases. Very importantly, when a chat comes into an AI agent in Zendesk, there are no buttons to start off with. There can be buttons. We advise against it because we really want the user or the customer to be able to tell us what it is they want in their own words, instead of a choose your own adventure that results in long, very complicated decision trees that eventually irritate, frustrate, and turn the customer off this channel, which means they will email you or they will phone you. So when a chat does come in, when a message does come in, AI Agents is going to do one of two things. It's going to first look for a use case, which is determined by a specific intent statement. We're not looking for keywords here. We're defining what it is that the user is looking for. So you'll see I've got a whole bunch here. So if someone wants to return a product, we're classifying it as if the customer wants to return the product for any reason, etc., etc. Whereas my order, customers wanting to know where their order is or what status it is in. A reminder, we're not looking for keywords here. This is what it found. If it does not find a use case, it will scour and scrape your knowledge sources and try to provide a generative answer. And if it doesn't find anything there, we normally just transfer it to a human or ask them to rephrase. So let's have a look at this use case of where is my order, the one you saw earlier over here. That gave me the status of my order being in a processing state. So let's go and have a look here. Again, we can do multi-language here as well. So I've got 3 languages: English, Afrikaans, which is South African, and Spanish. Let's go have a look at the English one. And see, very easy to set up. I've got bot messages, i.e. messages that go out to the end user. I've got visitor messages, which is going to ask the user for something, like to click a button to give me free text or to click on a specific link. I will then give it an order number, which it will recognize. It's a regex expression, which means it can know if the order number is too short or too long to process. We're then looking at using an API, and depending on whether the API has succeeded, failed, or something else, it's going to provide us with the order status, tell us it doesn't exist, or say that we don't have an order status. And if it's anything else, we'll transfer straight through to a human. And when we do transfer it to a human, this is called a template, because we use the same flow in multiple other use case flows. We're going to do things like ask for a name, ask for an email address, which we can use in the text, as well as use it to populate the ticket when we do create it. We can also have the ability to tell the customer that they are being transferred, or if it's outside of business hours, we can say, we've created a ticket for you, but these are office hours, we'll get back to you. Thank you for your email. We will email you back or send you a WhatsApp or something like that. So again, use cases, This looks a bit complicated because it's, if we've already gathered the email address somewhere else in the flow, we don't want to ask for it again. Same with the name and phone number. So last thing I want to show you is the analytics or reporting. Now, obviously, when we are looking at something like an AI agent, it is vitally important to understand what is going on in an AI agent. AI cannot be left to its own devices. It needs to be watched and monitored. So there is a very nice reporting dashboard that is going to give you the metrics that are key to your success and managing the performance of the bot like you would an agent. So total conversations to come through the bot in the state period, how many conversations were understood, how many were escalated, we have a number and a percentage, how many were assisted, i.e. we gathered information before transferring to a human, how many were handled, i.e. came into the bot flow and did not leave the bot flow, and then how many were actually resolved. Now, those two are different. An automated resolution is when Zendesk has decided that the AI agent has made a significant contribution towards the deflection of this specific query. So obviously, we don't want to charge for things that aren't automated resolutions in our current billing model, the way we do it anyway. We want to charge not for every single conversation. We want to charge for when Zendesk actually did the work. So that is what an automated resolution is. Every single correspondence is compared to Zendesk's algorithms to see if a resolution was actually provided. And then obviously we're able to see BSAT or bot satisfaction, which is what we ask after a generative question, or when a self-service flow has been completed and not handed over to an agent. So it means that we're looking to see what people think of our bot so we can make changes easily. We're also able to find out what we aren't handling at the moment. So in custom resolutions, so if we want to see what use case suggestion, what the bot is going to look at all our correspondences that weren't understood and say, hey, I think you should have a use case for this, or a use case for this, or I think you should have an article on this, and we can act accordingly there. So what we've basically seen in the last couple of minutes is that the Zendesk AI agent is there to deflect as much as possible. Some really cool benefits include the fact that it is 24/7, it is objective, and it is there to deflect as much as possible. Now, in my experience in the e-commerce world, an AI agent like the one we're showing you here in Zendesk has the ability to really save you from hiring extra people during festive, to really look at the quality that you're giving. So only the difficult stuff gets through to your humans and will make a huge difference. Specifically in e-commerce, I've gone through many festive periods where we're working 18 hours a day to try and get through all the simple queries, which is where is my order? And if we're able to deflect at least that, as well as generative, I think we can get rid of up to 60-70% of all inquiries. And from there, we can take it further, handle returns and refund statuses and all that fun stuff, so that the agent is only really getting to talk to those customers who are looking for a lot of help, and those customers who are extremely upset and require that human touch at 2 a.m. in the morning. So again, I welcome any questions on this. I believe in the power of Zendesk's AI agent, and so should you. Thank you for listening.